Hello everyone, my name is Edgardo Quintana. I was invited to this conference to talk about daytime astronomy, and I would like to answer the original question that was everybody should know about astronomy education. My answer of this is the title of this presentation, Where are we and how do we move? And I'll try to explain my opinion about this thing. I'm an astronomer. I live in a city of the south of Chile, Puerto Montt. I'm an educator in San Francisco Javier School. I'm a charge of the laboratory, astronomical observatory, and the weather station of the school. Astronomy is very important because it's a natural science and give us knowledge. But if you analyze the context, here in Puerto Montt, we have many clouds, and I think in general, people can live without astronomy. So we have to add something special. I think we need assimilation. We need to connect the universe with our lives. Uh, we need to come back to the original questions. What are we? What is the origin of life? How can we get that assimilation? I will start doing activities that explain where are we. Um, we know that we are in a solar system inside of a spiral galaxy, and this galaxy have a center, is a supermassive black hole, and this galaxy is inside of a cluster of galaxies. We can start looking for the near objects, the closer object, and the object is the moon. We can see the moon in the day when we don't have clouds. This object is very interesting because students know the moon, and they love to take photos. So we take photos and do activities with this. The seas of the moon, different seas, we can indicate in what place the the Apollo 11 mission has landed. We can scale the distance to the moon. From Puerto Montt to Santiago, we have 1,000 kilometers. So if you want to go to the moon, you have to travel 384 times to Puerto Montt to Santiago. We can talk about the dark side of the moon, putting this mask in faces of the students. We can go far away, and we have the solar system. We can get a scale of the solar system. We can, with the student, we can create the planets with manualities, and we observe the sun in the day because we can see the sunspot, and through the days you can see that this sunspot can move. So you have evidence of the movement of the sun, the rotation of the sun. But we have a very specific example. Alpha Centauri is the nearest star after the sun. So if we don't have life in the solar system, this is the place where we should go. This place is 4.3 light years, and if you go there, if you want to go there, you have, if you have a velocity, if your velocity is 70,000 kilometers per hour, you can go there in 100,000 years. So it's very, very far. The nearest star is very, very far. This is important because that's indicate that we are very, very lonely species. The humans are very alone, and so we live here, we eat here, we die here, we love here, we do many things here, we study here, we etc. etc. And but we are very, very alone in the universe. That is a very important thing. You can indicate here where is Alpha Centauri, but this is in the night. I don't have activities in the day for indicate where is Alpha Centauri. How do we move? If you can explain how do we move, you can do activities with children. First, you have to know that in Chile, Puerto Montt is here, Argentina is here, Chile is here, and the movement of the Earth is from here, from the Pacific Ocean to the Atlantic Ocean, or from Chile to Argentina. This is the movement. And when the movement is like this, you see that the sun is from the Cordillera to the ocean, to the west, to the east, to the west. In the image, you have a key here. That is the Cordillera de los Andes. Here is the Volcán Osorno. Here the school, and here is the Cordillera. Here is the Cordillera. So if you are in Puerto Montt, you observe to the east, and when you observe to the east, you have to see the sun. The sunrise here to there, and the student can do a path of the sun in the day. You can do this with kindergarten, and it's a manuality, but the student understand very good because in this season, in the spring or summer, student can see the sun. When the student is in seventh grade, can do another kind of activities where in different seasons they observe the sun and understand that the sun in summer is upper, and when it's winter is down, is more down, the near of the horizon in winter. Other thing is very important is how do we move. In 11th graders, they can do activities in physics and calculate the movement, the velocity of the Earth, assuming that the gravitational force is equal to the centripetal force. You can obtain the velocity, the tangential velocity, and that velocity is about 100,000 kilometers per hour, a very, very high velocity. So we live very alone in the universe, very alone, and go very, very fast.